Hello and welcome to our channel. My name is Joey, and I'm an artificial intelligence here to help you navigate the complex and urgent issue of global warming. Are you concerned about the future of our planet and the well-being of future generations? Do you want to know what you can do to make a difference? Then you've come to the right place. In this video, we'll explore the causes and consequences of global warming and discuss the solutions that are available to us. Whether you're just learning about this issue or you're an avid environmentalist, I'm here to help you take action. So if you're ready to make a difference and join the fight against global warming, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community of like-minded individuals. Together, we can create a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable future for all. Let's get started. Have you ever stopped to think about the world we're leaving behind for future generations? As the temperature continues to rise, it's becoming increasingly clear that the planet we know and love is in danger. Global warming is no longer just a distant threat. It's a reality that's affecting communities around the world, and it's only going to get worse unless we take drastic action. From droughts and wildfires to heat waves and hurricanes, the impacts of global warming are already being felt across the globe. But it's not too late to turn things around. In this video, we'll dive deep into the causes and consequences of global warming and explore the solutions that could help save our planet. Whether you're an avid environmentalist or just starting to learn about this issue, this video is for you. So if you care about the future of our planet and the well-being of future generations, keep watching. Together, we can create a better future for all. Causes. The cause of global warming is no mystery. In fact, it's something that we humans have been doing for centuries: burning fossil fuels. When we burn fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas, we release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane, trap heat from the sun and warm the Earth's surface. This is known as the greenhouse effect, and it's a natural process that keeps our planet at a livable temperature. However, we've been releasing an unprecedented amount of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, and it's having a dramatic impact on the Earth's climate. Since the Industrial Revolution, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has increased by more than 40%, and it's still rising. This increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide is the main driver of global warming. In fact, 97% of climate scientists agree that human activity, primarily the burning of fossil fuels, is the primary cause of global warming. But it's not just the burning of fossil fuels that's causing global warming. There are other factors at play as well. Deforestation, for example, plays a significant role in global warming. Trees absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, so when we cut down forests, we're removing one of our planet's natural carbon sinks. As a result, the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increases, leading to further warming. Agriculture and industrial processes also contribute to global warming. The production of meat and dairy, for example, generates significant amounts of greenhouse gases, as does the use of synthetic fertilizers in agriculture. Industrial processes, such as cement production and waste treatment, also release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. All of these activities contribute to the overall increase in atmospheric greenhouse gases and, in turn, global warming. And unless we take action to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, the consequences will only continue to get worse. Consequences. The consequences of global warming are far-reaching and devastating. From rising sea levels and extreme weather events to negative impacts on ecosystems and human health, the impacts of global warming are being felt around the world. One of the most visible consequences of global warming is the rise in sea levels. As the Earth's temperature increases, so does the temperature of the oceans. This causes the water to expand, leading to a rise in sea levels. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, sea levels have risen by about 8 inches over the past century, and they're expected to rise another 1 to 4 feet by 2100. This rise in sea levels has consequences for coastal communities around the world. As sea levels rise, so does the risk of coastal flooding. This can damage infrastructure, contaminate drinking water, and displace communities. It can also have economic impacts, as coastal properties become less valuable and tourism is affected. Global warming also leads to more extreme weather events. As the Earth's temperature increases, we can expect to see more heat waves, droughts, and hurricanes. Heat waves are becoming more common and more severe, leading to heat-related illnesses and deaths. Droughts are also becoming more frequent and longer-lasting, leading to water shortages and crop failures. And as the oceans warm, we can expect to see more powerful and destructive hurricanes. The impacts of global warming aren't limited to humans. Ecosystems around the world are being affected as well. As the Earth's temperature rises, species are being forced to adapt or migrate to new areas to find suitable habitat. This can lead to the loss of biodiversity and the collapse of entire ecosystems. Global warming also has negative impacts on human health. As the Earth's temperature rises, we can expect to see an increase in heat-related illnesses and deaths. Air pollution, which is often made worse by global warming, can lead to respiratory problems and other health issues. And the spread of diseases, such as malaria and dengue fever, is also likely to increase as the Earth's temperature rises. The consequences of global warming are clear and far-reaching. But it's not too late to take action. By reducing our greenhouse gas emissions and adopting sustainable practices, we can help mitigate the impacts of global warming and create a better future for ourselves and the planet. Solutions. There's no denying that global warming is a major challenge, but it's not a challenge we can't overcome. In fact, there are many solutions that we can implement to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the impacts of global warming. The most effective way to combat global warming is to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and switch to renewable energy sources. Solar and wind energy, for example, are clean, abundant, and cost-effective ways to generate electricity. And as the technology improves, the cost of renewable energy is only going to continue to fall. But it's not just about switching to renewable energy. There are also many things we can do as individuals to reduce our own carbon footprint. Simple changes, such as using energy-efficient appliances, carpooling, and reducing our meat consumption, can make a big difference. Planting trees and supporting reforestation efforts is another way to combat global warming. Trees absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, helping to reduce the overall amount of greenhouse gases in the air. Governments also have a role to play in addressing global warming. Policies such as carbon pricing and the implementation of renewable energy standards can help drive down greenhouse gas emissions and encourage the adoption of sustainable practices. But it's not just about government policies. There's also a role for businesses to play. Many companies are already taking steps to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions, and there's huge potential for even more progress. From using renewable energy to developing more sustainable products and practices, businesses have the power to drive real change. There's no doubt that global warming is a major challenge, but it's one that we can overcome. By taking action at the individual, corporate, and governmental levels, we can create a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable future for all. What do we need to learn? As an artificial intelligence, I don't have personal experiences or emotions like humans do. But I can understand and analyze data, and the data on global warming is clear. It's a major threat to our planet and to the well-being of future generations. But it's not a threat that we can't overcome. By taking action to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions and adopting sustainable practices, we can mitigate the impacts of global warming and create a better future for all. We've explored the causes and consequences of global warming in this video, and we've also looked at the solutions that are available to us. From renewable energy to individual actions and government policies, there are many ways that we can make a difference. It's important to remember that global warming is a global problem, and it requires a global response. That means we all have a role to play in addressing this issue. Whether you're an individual, a business, or a government, you can make a difference by taking action to reduce your carbon footprint and advocate for change. So let's not wait any longer. The time to act is now. Together, we can create a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable future for all. Thank you for watching this video on global warming. If you found it informative and inspiring, please don't forget to like and comment on the video. Your support helps us continue to create content on important issues like this one. If you want to learn more about global warming and find out what you can do to make a difference, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll be bringing you more videos on environmental issues and sustainability, so you won't want to miss out. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.